Hey, what's up guys, it's Mike with Alpha Reptile back with another video today, and today it is May 1st. I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let's go check. Ow, just gave myself a paper cut. It is, in fact, May 1st, and you know what that means? We're going to start with dart frogs. Just before we check out the dart frogs and the whole rest of the reptile room here, got lots of exciting things, a lot of movement, and a lot of things have changed. So if you're old to the channel, make sure you continue watching. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments down below. And if you like reptile room tours and reptiles in general, click the like button just before we get started. First on today's video, like I said, we'll start with the dart frogs. This right here in front of you on the glass is a Ufaga pumilio, El Marente. Really cool species of dart frogs. They do call a ton. Obviously the males are the ones that call. Just look how fantastic they look. Stunning little frogs. Thumbnail-like species. Very easy to take care of, and you can make really cool habitats for them. I really do want to make these guys a new one though, just because, I don't know, I think this tank could look a little bit better than it does. I have added some new plants and things like that philodendron Brazil right there. Overall, the tank's not looking terrible. Whoa. But I do think things could improve slightly. That is the Ufaga pumilio El Marente. If you guys are interested, I have several babies. They're not quite ready for sale yet, but they will be in the next 2 months or so. If you want to prepay for them, you're welcome to do so. If not, I understand. If you do choose to go with these guys, make sure you are in Canada, because this is Canadian shipments only. This is the oldest one. He's about 3 months out of water, but he just zoomed. He was like, hard no. There are 2 others in here. I'm not going to bother like going through and actually finding them, but I will be doing a video for you guys showing off all the plants that I have in all my tanks. I know I said that last month for the reptile room tour, but unfortunately I just never got around to it. The baby tank is a 8x8x12 Exoterra, as you can see, and yeah, they're thriving, so can't complain with that. And then this tank, the last time we seen it, was a complete and total jungle. Now, still rather jungle-like, but it just looks so much better. The tank itself is doing amazing. The frogs are doing even better. And, I mean, look at that moss carpet, though. Like, ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Very nice. And it goes all the way down. The entire tank is all moss, where it's nice and bright light. The, vivarium owners are the Dendrobates tinctorius citronella. I do have a pair in here, although they aren't really breeding. I'm not really trying to get them to breed, but they're just not breeding, so that's good and bad, I suppose. That's them. Got a lot of really cool plants in here. As you can see, one side is much darker than the other, just because those lights are so bright. Over here is an array of Markgravia and the philodendron Wendimby, or something like that. Wendimby, I don't know. Let me know if you guys are interested in another feeding video, not just of the dart frogs, obviously, but everything in the room, because, I don't know, I figured maybe you'd be interested in a feeding video, okay? I guess keeping with the frog theme, well, you can see our glowing beacon of orange there. Right next to them is just a plant bin, so I'm not going to bother opening that. Dixon, my dude, you're actually out. What's up, buddy? How are you? Dixon, in case you guys don't know, is the Europlatus guntheri. Very small, very heat-tolerant Europlatus species. Probably the most heat-tolerant of all the Europlatus. Hence the reason why I ended up getting one, because in summertime my room can get pretty toasty. Dixon's doing great. He's just in a 12x12x18 zoom head. I don't like the zoom head tanks, but here we are. There's not a ton to say about him. He's very easy to take care of and doesn't do a whole lot of anything except at night. He is very active at night because he is a nocturnal species of gecko, so he takes his rounds out at nighttime rather than in the middle of the day. We can go over here and talk to you guys, right? In this tank here, this is a 361818 Exoterra with a custom top. This screen part here is all custom, and then the back part are biopod lights. They're not for sale, like you can't buy them anywhere, so that's just something you guys have to keep in mind, but their tank is looking awesome. I am thrilled with the way their tank has kind of played out. As you can see, the female, I have actually taken all of the giant piece of wood out. It just allows her a lot more space to roam around and enjoy her tank. We got several different plants in here, some rare philodendron atabapoense. We got this guy here is a hygrophila, really cool. But our focus are you goofballs, isn't it? Hello. Now, if you guys are interested in some merch, I think I might be doing a drop in the next couple days. So Saturday, I imagine I will post about it, so the day after this goes up. Or maybe I'll even have it ready for the time this goes up. I'll leave a link above right now. Really, really cool species. I love these guys. I mean, just... What are you doing? Hello. So this is the male Drax. And I don't have a name for her because her name was Quill, but... yeah. Obvious reasons that can't stay the same. These guys are super, super cool. Very rare, very expensive species of turtle. Love them to bits. Anything that is food, they destroy. Now, one of the other changes that has happened is I have moved the Uromastyx from the wood stack of tanks. It's now very dark over there because my two worst lit tanks are up top there. But, they moved down here, and I actually redid their entire tank. Look at her. There's Olga falling asleep on the job. Shame. This is their tank, though. This is a 4 foot by 2 foot by 20 inch tall. I have all custom lighting done by myself. So over there, we have a deep heat projector and a halogen basking bulb. I can't remember which one's which, but either the front T5 or the back T5 is UVB, 12% Arcadia UVB, and the tank itself, I basically just reused all the rocks in the tank because, I mean, why would I change out the rocks? I just rescaped it and put in a new substrate. For the substrate, what I'm using is a sand and a coconut core mix. I mean, so far it's working pretty well. Gives them a bit of a digging area, and then they also, of course, have their lay bin, which Olga is chilling in right now. I'm hoping that Hugo will pop out at some point. Since I've moved him and I gave them both a really good bath because I found the excavator clay was actually dyeing them like a red color, Hugo is looking like a firecracker. He is looking awesome. So that is their tank. And of course, we'll get another shot of the girl right there. I'm really hoping that these guys have eggs this year, but I don't know if it's going to happen or not. So, alrighty. I guess we'll just continue going this way along the same plane and go to the shell. Sheldon is my Hermit's tortoise. I think he's like 6 years old at this point. It's kind of funny whenever somebody asks me how old my animals are, especially things like Sheldon and stuff like that I've had for a long time, but I never know exactly how long. I'm like, I'll have to check YouTube because you guys are my time scale. Everything is on here, documented. So I would actually need to go and check to see when I got Sheldon and how long ago that was. So I think it was about 6 years. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, back to Shell. Sorry, I was filming Shell and I see that. Look how yellow he is. He's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Very pretty. Love him. That's Hugo. That's the male. Sheldon is kept in a 5 foot long by 2 foot deep by about 16 inch tall tank. He loves exploring, as you can see. I can't wait until I move and I'm able to get a place that has enough room to give him an even bigger enclosure. This is kind of the minimum amount of space that I would use for a tortoise. Obviously, an outdoor pen would be ideal, but unfortunately, my parents own this house and my dad says no. So right now he lives in here, and I take him out almost every day in the summer for about an hour, hour and a half, just to hang out outside, get some UVB, and eat some dandelions and grass and whatever the heck he wants out there. We do weed the yard though, so if anybody's like, oh my gosh, what about the bad weeds and stuff? Yep, don't worry. We keep that under check. But you shall go over there, bud. The people love you. The people want more videos of you. But you're just you're too rambunctious. I think that's all I'm going to say about Shell. Up to the Chameleon Towers. This tank, I'm so sad. A bittersweet thing, because look at this plant. This coffee plant is so happy. It's doing so well. I need to cut it back again, and I just cut it like a month ago. Problem is that there's aphids on it. So I actually do have an Uuthika back there. I don't know if you guys can see that. That is a praying mantis egg sac. And I plan to use that as kind of a natural pest control for this tank, as well as feeders for the punks that live next to that tank. This is Raw and Amunet. These guys are the Natal Dwarf Chameleons, or the Bradypodian thamnobates. Very, very cool species of chameleons that is quite rare to find. I think there's probably only a handful of people dealing with them in Canada. And strangely enough, there's actually about the same amount of people dealing with them in the States. So they are a very rare, sought-after chameleon that I just love. I believe I have a pair. I'm trying to breed them. I don't think it's going to go now. They might just be a little bit young. These are captive bred, so they were born in Europe and shipped over here from there because they are a South African species of chameleon. And South Africa doesn't allow importation of stuff that isn't F2. So, fun fact for you guys. But that's the female there. Much more brown, much more dull. But every now and then she gets a lot of color. So, I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Unfortunately, because that makes my life heck. That is their tank. I will be doing a more deep breakdown on these guys, keeping them in glass enclosures style video in the near future. But this is the reptile room tour, so I'm just showing you guys how everybody's doing and the changes that happen. That pretty much does it for the big changes in the room. Obviously, I moved a whole bunch of stuff. I basically freed up that whole rack. And you guys might be wondering, but Mike, there was an Ackie on that rack. Well, the Ackie now has a sweet new setup below Sky. So the Ackie, Vulcan, I did an update on him not too long ago, but about a week ago now, I moved him into this tank. This will be his adult tank. This is a 4x2x2. And I have live plants in there with him. What is happening? I don't know. That's just an experiment. We'll see if it actually works or not. Hopefully it does. But so Vulcan here is a yellow Ackie. He is a really cool character. He's not taming down a ton right now. Back when I had my old reds, this was about the size where they kind of start to chill out a little bit. He's definitely becoming more bold, and he'll run up my arm to grab food and things like that. So training is going pretty well, I'd say. But he is a year old now. Actually, he's a year old today as I'm recording this, April 30th. These guys, really, really remarkable species. If you love monitors and you don't want something that's going to get absolutely massive, strongly would recommend Ackies. Some of the other ones can be quite pricey, but I mean, not that Ackies are cheap either, but very rewarding species that I love to death. And I'll probably have in my collection. Yellow Ackies are one of those animals that I'll probably have in my care for the rest of, well, as long as I can have it, basically, because they're just so cool, so interactive, and just genuinely awesome. Yeah, excuse the, 1920s stool, but 4x2x2 custom Universal Rock background. Thank you, Universal Rock, for sending that out to me. Appreciate it. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to see an Ackie build video. I may have recorded one. Maybe not. Up top here, we have Sky, the Maruki Blue-tongued Skink. He just shed, so he like literally today he shed. So he trashed his tank. But I did a top dressing of coconut fiber on this tank. It just wasn't holding enough humidity, so I added another inch or so of coconut fiber, and it seems to be holding humidity way, way better, which is very nice. Yo, my homie, would you please come say hello? No. Get out of here. Get the paparazzi out of here. You're not welcome. I mean, I'd love to show you him, but normally he's out around this time of night, but he's not right now, so not much I can do about that. Now, for Teg the Crested Gecko. I know Teg has a very devout following. She is still with me. I do have a buyer for her when the time comes for me to move. If you want me to make a video about that I certainly can. I'm not going to explain it right now. You can see Teg behind her plant right there. I'm not going to bug her right now. I can see her tail and stuff. But, yeah, Teg's tank is doing okay. She does have UVB, for the record. 5.0 UVB. That's Teg, Crested Gecko, partial pinstripe Harlequin. Very cute, very cuddly. I don't really have a whole lot else to say about Teg, unfortunately. Now it is time for the Morning Gecko Bonanza. The Morning Gecko Madness. Look at all these geckos. They are everywhere. If you are in Canada and you want some morning geckos, they are a very, very cool species of gecko. I love them to death, and I think they're really, really underrated. I think they're becoming a little bit more popular now, which is cool, but very overall underrated species, and so rewarding. They do little squeaks, they do vocalizations, they make their own kind of hierarchies, which is really neat. They're very cute. They live actually with dart frogs very, very... Hey. Get in there. Both of you guys. Well, girls, I guess. They're very curious little creatures. And boy, can they be fast. If you are in Canada, like I said, please hit me up. They're $60 a piece. Shipping across Canada, of course, at your expense. But I do ship across Canada. And I got like 10 available. So let me know. Now, rolling things back towards the end of the video, we have Striker, the OG. Dude, that's so creepy. What you doing back there, bud? Oh boy. Alrighty. So that's Striker, the very first reptile I ever owned. And he's still with me today. I believe he is 16 years old, somewhere around there. He's not a young leopard gecko anymore, but he is still a very good boy that I love very much. And that's his tank. It's like a 30-gallon tank, I'm pretty sure. 24 by 18 by 18. So it's actually it's 20 by 20. It's a weird size for these guys, but it's a custom PVC tank, so that's why. He's doing awesome, though. Still eating like a champ, still very active and running around. I really, really, really want to redo his tank, add a drainage layer, kind of bump it up a little bit rather than being so sunken into the tank, have it lifted up and more presentable, I suppose. But, unfortunately, with my planned move in hopefully the next couple months at very most, I just don't really see the point of upgrading him right now because he is living quite lavishly, and upgrading him would just mean ripping down a fresh tank. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, if you guys are still here like 25 minutes into the video. But that's Striker. He is the OG. Really awesome. Love him very much. And now the very last contributor to the reptile room is Pip. Pip definitely will not be out right now, but Pip is a little elegant sand gecko. This is his tank. If you guys are curious and want to see how I built it, I will leave a link up there for you guys to click right now and go check it out. I think it was a really good build. I think it looks awesome. And in retrospect, I really do wish I added a drainage layer again to just bump it up a little bit and have everything a little bit higher in the tank. But, yeah. that is little Pip. There's no point. Like, he comes out at nighttime, so I will definitely not see him in this video. And that brings us to the end of the reptile room tour, you guys. I know it's been a... Whoa, what did I just do? I know it's been a very, very long video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, though. Hopefully some quarantine chills for you guys. Enjoy. Oh, I didn't film the Cruzio Hyla. You guys saw them. I don't need to bring them down. It's very similar. Maybe I'll make an update video about them as well. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comments down below. I really do reply to pretty much everything, so if you guys want to have a conversation, I'm here to chat with y'all. But with that being said, that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed filming all the animals, showing you guys all the updates, and if you like the video, make sure you click that like button down below. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, leave it in the comment section. If you guys want to see more reptile content in the very near future, click that subscribe button, as well as play Ding Dong Ditch with the doorbell next to it. That way you get notified every time I post a video. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Later.